Welcome guys, this is Edwin, and today we're looking at a knife that caught me by surprise when I saw it as part of the 12 days of Christmas limited releases that Emerson knife did in the past 2-3 weeks, okay? And I'm talking about the CQC-45, and this is basically the first drop they did in that area, okay? And this was a collaboration back in 2010, okay, between the legend Mr. Baer, a well-known 1911 firearm maker, and Ernest Emerson, okay? So, like I mentioned, this Christmas, they did a couple of things with this model, okay? The CQC-45 in G10 gray handles, they offer that, and man, it looks beautiful. I love the gray handles. It's basically that gray handle that you see in my videos for the EX100 and the hybrid. Okay, they look beautiful, but they also release, and I imagine this was from their vault, okay, the rest of the 1911 brown checker handles that they did for that original release back in 2010. And like you can see, if you're familiar with 1911s, this is a very common style, right, of pattern that you have in the pistol grips, right? So it's very cool. Like you can see, if I remember correctly, they offer this knife, okay, as part of a package deal with an actual Baer 1911, and man, that's sweet. I wish, but I came too late to that party back in 2010, okay? But let's look at the knife. First, let's look at the grips, one of the stars of the show. I will say they're very grippy. Like you can see, you have that beautiful shaker pattern. I don't know if grippy is the right term, technical term, but I will say that if you cannot handle normal Emerson G10, okay, if that's very rough for you, these guys are going to be, you know, probably way too rough for you, okay? So be aware of that. It's really similar, I will say, to a knife that I haven't made a video. It's an excellent knife, my Strider SNG. And in similarities, I mean that grip, how aggressive it is. You know, if I do a hard grip on it, you will see how my fingers get that pattern in there, right? It's one of those knives that is probably better to use with gloves if you're going to do some long, hard activity with it. Let me do a hard grip right there, and you will see how it marks my finger. But again, for simple tasks, not an issue, okay? Not an issue, but beautiful handles, brown color there. You have that diamond pattern all over. And in terms of ergonomics, it's really good. You know, that hammer grip feels great, saber grip. Again, classic Ernest Emerson's, right, ergonomics with that finger guard, and it feels really good. One thing in terms of action, this is a 2010 model, so it has that double detent, meaning that it has a detent on the lock bar and on this side. So it's not a flipping machine. It's very smooth for opening and closing, but it's not something to flip, okay? This is one of those knives that with time it will get smoother and smoother, you know, but it's that double detent style of action that is very classic on those older models, and you can always adjust that a little bit if you want. Now, in terms of blade, let's look at that blade. A beautiful, man, beautiful clip point with that beautiful swedge, a V grind, right? Meaning it's ground on this side and then ground on the other side, and then you have your classic chisel edge. In terms of stamp, at that time, Emerson Combat System USA CQC 45, and then you see the Emerson Combat System and the serial number 48. And let's do a little bit of some comparison. Again, I already compared it with the SNG, and I will make sure I made a video on this model. Love it, okay? I got it in the gathering earlier this year, and it's been a beauty to carry as well, okay? That's how it compares. It has a 3.75, yeah, probably 3.7 inches, and overall like 9 inches, okay? So it's not huge, you know, it's smaller than the CQC-13, the other classic, okay? When we're talking about clip points, the CQC-13 needs to come out, and you need to check it out. This one is definitely bigger, okay, wider, but you can see very very similar. And let me do a little bit of a comparison with the Appalachian Proto that I have right here in the table. And again, like you can see, very easy to carry style of knife. You know, it's that perfect size for me of more than 3.5 inches, but you know, 3.5 to 4 inches is perfect for me, an everyday style of carry. And again, the CQC-45, one of those classic, it caught me by surprise when it got released. And again, it's just a beauty to have. And I love how Emerson does its clip points. Again, guys, if you have any other question, feel free to jump in on my comments, right? Instagram, CaloPR, and in caloblades.com under recommendations. I do have all the links of the main groups that I'm always hanging out. Emerson Echo Group, Emerson Operator, USN Forum, guys. We're always there hanging out, sharing this beautiful hobby and just having a blast. You guys have a great day. Merry Christmas to everybody, okay? Bye.